Hey guys, in this video I'll be showing you 4 important use cases that you can use anti-gravity with n8n. So let's stop judging n8n and saying that it's dead and anti-gravity is replacing it, because it actually didn't, and n8n is not really dead. You can still use it. There are multiple use cases that you can still use n8n. If you prefer n8n, if you find yourself very fast in n8n or you master n8n, you can still use it. And if you prefer anti-gravity, I guess you can still use it as well. But combining both can actually make you 100 times more productive and makes you gain a lot of time and a lot of progress. So without further ado, let's actually start. And before we get to the cases, let me show you how you can actually connect n8n with anti-gravity so you can use both. And we'll be installing 2 things now: the n8n MCP and the n8n skills for anti-gravity. I will leave you guys the link in the description for these 2. I made a video also before on how to actually set them up, but I'm gonna redo it for this video just to not make you jump around videos and actually be focused in a single video. So let's go ahead and start with the n8n MCP. It's actually pretty simple. This one will allow anti-gravity to access n8n, see all the workflows, get the node information, get the details about the workflows. It can actually create workflows, edit them, and whatever. So that's basically given anti-gravity superpowers and control over n8n. So let me go ahead and actually scroll down a bit in this GitHub repo here. Shout out to the guy who created this repo. He's the same guy who also made the skills repo as well, so shout out to him. If we scroll down a bit, we'll see a guide on how to actually configure it. I have done this already. So if I go here to anti-gravity, just you see these 3 dots, just click on them and go to MCP servers. Here you will not find anything, so don't bother searching for n8n. Just go to manage MCP servers. After that, you see I have n8n MCP already installed, but you will not have this. So just go to view raw config, and all you have to do is just copy these lines here. I will put these lines in the description for you in a guide, just to be able to access it directly. I have multiple ones, but for your case, it will be just like this. So if I go ahead and remove these, it will have to be like this for your case. So only the n8n MCP. Or if you have other MCPs, you can just go ahead under them right after you close them, insert comma, and then paste in these lines here directly. So starting from this n8n MCP and end in here. For this, we will need actually one thing. So for the n8n API URL and n8n base URL, you will have to put your n8n URL. For my case, it's self-hosted, so I have it on under localhost 2.5678, and we'll have to get our n8n API key. If you have n8n running on cloud, you will have to change this with your URL that you get from the browser. And now let's move on to the n8n API key. So if I go back to n8n here, let me go to settings. After settings, go to n8n API, and then click on create an API key. Give it a name, for example, anti-gravity. For the expiration, you can set it to custom if you want, but for my case, I will set it to no expiration. After that, let's go ahead and click save. Okay, let me change the name. I have one already, so let me go here, click save, and after that, you will have to copy and paste your API key that you got in here under the n8n underscore API key. Let me quickly revoke this one because I already have my API key set. All right, that's perfect. And after that, you just click Control S or save your file and go back to manage MCP servers and or manage MCPs here and click on refresh, and you will see n8n MCP appear, and you will get access to the list of tools that are available for anti-gravity to use. So as you can see, tools documentation, search nodes, get node, validate node, etc. So yeah, that's the first thing. The second thing is actually the n8n skills. So if I go here, we'll need to give these skills to anti-gravity for it to be actually able to know how to actually use the tools or understand the format and documentations of n8n, just to make sure and double down on that. So let me go ahead and actually paste in the URL of the GitHub repo for the skills, and let me go ahead and tell install these skills. All right, and let me send it. And it should install them in a second. All right, as you can see, it understood the task and it's now installing the skills. We see these here. It's basically cloning the repo, and it will install the skills later. Right, it's request on my permission. Alright, so as you can see, it has successfully installed the following skills: the n8n code JavaScript, code Python, expression syntax, configuration, validation expert, and workflow patterns. So we are ready to go. Now let's start with our cases. So the first case, as you may have guessed, is actually anti-gravity can actually create n8n workflows for you. So instead of going to n8n and starting with the nodes, creating and going through the nodes, you can just go to anti-gravity, give it the MCP access and the n8n skills, and let it actually create the workflow for you. Just give it the idea of the workflow you have in mind. Give it extra detail, of course, if you are advanced in n8n and you know what nodes should be used. Just give it to Antigravity and it will do the job. So let's start with a simple case here. I have created this Airtable database here called Antigravity, and I gave it a table called scripts that is a simple table which has the fields ID and script. Of course, script is long text and ID is an auto number. Now I want to create an n8n workflow that starts with an idea. The user gives it an idea through an on-form submission node, and based on that idea, we use a basic LLM chain that is powered by an LLM. For our case, we'll be using Grok as our LLM provider, and we'll be using GPT OSS 120 billion as our LLM. And I want to start from that idea and turn it into an actual script. After that, log it to the Airtable table that we have here. And after that, we want to get notified by n8n, after of course creating the script, to our email. So let me go ahead and tell Antigravity to do that. All right, so I gave it this. I gave it the base ID and the table ID for Airtable. How to get the base ID and table ID? Just go to the URL here. You'll see this part after the .com/. You'll see this part to the slash. This is the base ID, and the part after it to the slash is the actual table ID. After that, inside n8n, of course, we have to set our API key for Airtable. So let me go ahead and now actually send this to Antigravity. I'll be using Claude Opus 4.6 because it's pretty much the best model when it comes to n8n related stuff. So let me go ahead, select that and send it. Notice how I told it to use n8n skills to get the right node formatting, etc. We can go back to n8n here. We'll see the workflow being created in a second. So as you can see, it is using the MCP tool here. Alright, it told me that the workflow was created successfully, and now it's finalizing and notifying the user, which is me. I am the user. Alright, it says that it has finished. So if I go here and refresh, we should see the workflow created here, which is idea to script pipeline. Let me go click on it. Of course, don't mind these errors because I don't have my API keys or connections ready, but let's actually check it. So for the on-form submission, we have idea as text area. We take in this idea here, go to the basic LLM chain, it nailed the formatting of it. So this is the prompt, that's perfect. We have chat Grok, okay, it auto-configured my credentials to connect with it because I have used it previously here. n8n did that, by the way, not Antigravity. It doesn't have access to any credentials that you have. After that, we have the Airtable node, create a record. It gave it the base ID and table ID that we passed. It successfully mapped the fields, json.txt, as you can see here. We see the sent email, all right, that's perfect. All right, that's good. Let's actually start by executing it. But before that, let me show you that Antigravity can also edit your workflow. I want to go ahead and remove this one here. I don't need the Gmail node because I don't want to really deal with the Gmail connection right now. So let me go ahead here, and this is an actual sub case from the create a workflow case, which is editing a workflow based on a command. Okay, let me go ahead and send it. Okay. It has finished, which is pretty fast. I mean, I guess we created a simple workflow. So if I go here, reload this, and the Gmail is removed. All right, let's go ahead and actually test the workflow now, see if it works. All right, it has finished. Let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, it has installed, it has passed and logged everything to Airtable. If I go here, we'll see. Alright, I think there is an issue. Basically, the LLM didn't actually receive the idea, but it received everything, the instructions and etc. But it didn't receive the idea. Let me go ahead and check the basic LLM chain, see why. Alright, I see why exactly. It has passed the idea, but this should be changed to expression, not fixed. So if I go here, save the workflow now, and let's go ahead and re-execute it. Alright. Now it's taken a bit longer to actually do it. And as you can see, it has finished and logged it. So if I go here, we'll see that now it received the idea and it went ahead and did a whole script for the investment idea that I gave it. All right, that's pretty good actually. So yeah, we saw how for the first case, Antigravity can generate n8n workflows and can edit them. All right, and now let's move on to the second case, which is actually Antigravity can also debug your workflow. So if you encounter errors or problems inside your workflow, you can let Antigravity fix it. This is moderate, of course. It's an LLM. It can make mistakes, so you have to follow along with it and try to debug with it. But for pretty simple stuff and obvious stuff, it can actually do a good job. So let me go ahead and delete this connection. I'm pretty sure this will cause us an error. So if I go here and investment again, Go ahead and submit. So we got an error. All right, let me go back to Antigravity now. Let me go run a new conversation. And let me tell it. All right, so I took a screenshot to the error and told it to use the n8n MCP and n8n skill to access the workflow called. I gave it the workflow name and its ID. I told it is causing an issue for me when running it, so please fix it. All right, let me go ahead and send it and see what Antigravity can do. Okay, so now it's checking the connections. Okay, the connection is added successfully. And now it's done. So let me go ahead and refresh. We'll see that the connection was reestablished. And let me go ahead and execute. So loans, for example. Let's wait for it. The error is not happening. Of course, it's not happening. I mean, this is a simple use case to test the debugging feature for Antigravity, but of course, you can try out with more complex stuff. We got the new script and it actually works. So yeah, that's pretty cool actually. And now let me go ahead and move on to the third case, which is Antigravity can be used like if you are trying to migrate from n8n to code following the wave of Antigravity replaced n8n or n8n is dead and you have workflows that you want to turn into code, the workflows that already work and created. You can go ahead and either go to your workflow, download it as JSON, or just copy the workflow, go to Antigravity, Control V, or you can even let it like use the MCP and the skills, right? So I told it in the subdirectory case 3 here that I created, I wanted to use the n8n MCP and skills, and I wanted to turn the n8n workflow that I gave the ID for into a Python code that I can run and pass it directly the ID instead of the on-form submission, of course. And I wanted to create me the .env so I can put my API keys and sensitive data there. So let me go ahead and hit send, and we'll see it do the job. We created the .mv. As you can see here, it's asking me for the API key and the Airtable base ID and the Airtable table ID and the Grok API key that will provide later. And now it's gonna generate the code. It's even installing the requirements, created the requirements.txt. All right, let me go ahead and accept everything. And now it told me that I should actually go ahead and fill in my API keys. So let me start with the Airtable base ID, table ID. Let me then get the API key for Airtable and Grok API key. So for Airtable, this is the base ID. Let me actually copy both. All right, so this is the base ID. This is the table ID. Let me remove the slash here. And let me save. Of course, in Antigravity, you should always save your files, because if you don't, it's not visible for Antigravity. And now let me go ahead and grab the API key for Airtable and Grok. All right, I finished filling my API keys. Let me go ahead and tell it to test it, and test it with bankruptcy as idea. All right, that I want to use Airtable, because for the first one, it used the no Airtable argument. Now generating with Grok, script was generated. It's now trying to auto heal and fix it, because it noticed that the field is not the same name it created in the script. So it's fixing it. It's gonna rerun the test, generating now the script. Record ID has been created, and it should notify us in a second. All right, it worked. Let's go to Airtable and check. Okay, and we see that the script has been generated here for bankruptcy, etc. So yeah, that works. This is how you can actually use it to transform your n8n workflows into code. I used it even for complex workflows, by the way, for ones where I did like AI UGC, I turned it into code. And yeah, that's actually pretty powerful. You can try it out for your complex workflows if you want to turn them into code. And now let's move on to the fourth and final use case here, and we'll be using the same workflow that we have created. So the final case is connect Antigravity and n8n through like building apps using Antigravity and make n8n the backend for them. So let me say, if I want to create an app now, that's basically a SaaS or an app idea that generates scripts for people using LLM, I want to create a front end using React, of course, through Antigravity, that has a form with a field that has input your idea, and then once you click submit, it generates your script for you and showcases it to you, of course, on the page. So we'll be actually not doing the whole thing on code. We'll just create the front end using React, and we'll be using the webhooks and n8n to be able to communicate with it. So we're gonna make our React app communicate with n8n. So we have to do some changes for this. All right, so I gave it this prompt now. Basically, I told it that I want to create a React app, basically turn in the workflow we created it to a SaaS. This React app will have a field called idea where the user can fill out the idea, and then a button called generate. Once the user clicks on generate, it should communicate with the n8n workflow we created using webhook. So basically it has to change that workflow, remove the on-form submission and turn it into a webhook call, remove the Airtable logging node and turn it into a return like the script that is gonna get, and modifying of course the grok to take the idea from the webhook, not the on-form submission. And after that, it's gonna create the React app with a landing page and makes it professional. So yeah, let's give it a test. Let's run this prompt. Right, it's requesting me to execute a command to create a React project. If we go here, let me refresh this, and we'll actually see that it has changed the workflow. So added a webhook. This is the webhook we got. That's good. All right, so idea script to post request, entry first JSON. Let's go ahead here. It should change it. Right, JSON body idea. That's perfect. It created, as you can see, the React app here inside the case4 folder, which is pretty good. Created the .m for us, so we can provide it the webhook. So it even did the webhook for us, the URL, sorry, for us. So as you can see, it opened the browser for us, the script forge. This is what it actually created for us. Gonna capture the video and after that take a screenshot to verify. That's perfect. Activated the n8n workflow and finalizing the walkthrough. Let me publish. Click on publish. Okay, so the workflow is published now. Let's go ahead and actually try it. So I told it that I activated it and it should run the server for me so I can test, just to make sure that it didn't make any mistake, which I'm pretty sure it did. But open this. We have here. All right, that's perfect. You go ahead and type in technology, for example. Generate script, could not reach the server. Okay, so we're running into a bit of trouble. It's because I have n8n hosted localhost and I have to open it under a tunnel, I guess, for React to be able to access it. All right, so I had to change a couple of things. Basically, since the -- tunnel doesn't work anymore on the self-hosted versions or the new versions of n8n when they are self-hosted, and I didn't really want to go with the ngrok setup and everything, so I had to go to the cloud and recreate the workflow that we generated using Antigravity. As you can see here, pretty much the same configuration, same everything. Now let's go ahead and publish it. Workflow is published now. I even changed the webhook URL here. To get the webhook URL, just open this and copy the webhook URL. All right, now it's generating. So I go here, we're waiting for generation. So as you can see, we got the script here. And if I go back to n8n, let's go executions. We see that we received this execution here. We see that we generated the script. This is the script, echoes of code. And we see the same thing here, so echoes of code. So yeah, that's pretty much a simple use case on how to actually connect your Antigravity generated app to n8n through the webhook and use n8n as a backend. And yeah, these have been the 4 use cases. I'm pretty sure there are more, and if more come to my mind, I will actually do a video on them. So just let me know in the comments what do you want to see. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Stop saying that n8n is dead. It's not yet dead. You can still use it. You can actually make it powerful with Antigravity and create a lot of good use cases for it. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed and found this useful. Let me know if you agree with me in the comment section down below, and I hope I see you soon. Goodbye.